Good day all. It's Nick here again from Super Multi Tips. Really looking forward to this one. I think this is what you really got to base, well, this is what I base the ratings on, and gives you an idea of what horses can run to the level needed to win the race, which at the end of the day is the most important thing. So let's get right into this. Okay, again we've got Racing Sport ratings on. I've got the ratings page, I've got the neurals and the worksheet. Okay, let's go straight to the worksheet. Now, if I don't want to go over those again, but if you have a look at yesterday's video, if you're not too sure, and just go through that again, but each of them rate the horses, they've got their own rating system. So just a quick look here, you've got double click on that and it puts them in order. You've got Surreal Step on top from Holyfield, Prime Candidate, 55, 53, 51, so Surreal Step's a couple of points in the head there. Okay, now you go to the neurals and they've got King of Sparta on top. Not much of a gap, but then you've got Surreal Step second, Holyfield, Prime Candidate, Rangers, Desert Lord. We'll go to the worksheet. Now they've got King of Sparta on top as well, 1.5, Surreal Step. And then you go 2, 2, 3, 3. Okay. So that's one way to look at it. So, you know, just looking at that, you would go, well, King of Sparta's on top with 2 of the ratings, and then you've got Surreal Step on top on the actual ratings. So it gives you a guide, but let's forget all that. Right? This is something that I come across this maybe 3 months ago, and anyone that's been following, like I've been on Twitter for years, keep putting up multis, and I could go a couple of months without winning. I was going off these ratings, but not the way I'm going to show you now. I was just really going off what we see here. King of Sparta on top, King of Sparta on top, Surreal Step. Unless I fancied something else, if I had to back one, I'd just back one of those 2 horses there. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So, but then one day I was flicking through it all and I clicked this box here. See the box here next to the horse's name. Now what that does, it gives you the last 10 runs of the horse, and all these dots are the runs, and each run gets a rating. Yeah, we've just got to go with the mind that the ratings are right. No reason they're not, but each run gets a rating. So here you can see the last run was 51, 49, 55, 52, 56, da 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 da. So what you notice here is the horse is very consistent, anywhere between 56 and 50, right, and 49, 50, so anywhere between 50 and 56. So you've got an idea in your head that that horse is going to run between there, anywhere between 50 and 56 and a half, which is its best in the last 10. Right, so they put that horse on top. So now what we can do is check the box of all these horses and see if there's any horse that can get, or that can run up to that level if the circumstances allow it. Right, so we'll go to Surreal Step, who's the second, 49, 50, 53. Okay, so run 53 and a half 2 runs ago. Okay, so you keep that one in mind, down to 50. So that is in the range. Okay, so that's why it's second pick. Desert Lord, got 51, 51. So it's as high as it's gone, not far off it. Okay, but you would assume that if the other 2 run to their best, it will probably beat Desert Lord, unless it's going to improve a lot. And I'll show you something else as we go through these, but you know, that gives you a good improvement there. This is a good way to tell. See the improvement. You go 42, 46, 48, 47. It's been improving. Then it went down. You'll have to check. It might have gone for a spell after that. Now it's come back again. So if it improves, it might go to 53, 51, might go up to 53, 2 points higher, because here it's been going half a point, point and a half higher. So if that gets from 51 to 53, well, it is in the mix. Okay, so let's keep going. Prime Candidate. There you go, it's run 52. Last start, 52 and a half, 52. It's run 53 and a half. So if Prime Candidate runs well, it's in the mix as well. Still hasn't got to the 56 that King of Sparta's got. He's around 55, 56. So far, so that's still the highest. But you go through it. ranges, 52, 51. This is what you like to see in a horse, okay? Because you got it going up, right? So improving. So it's gone here from 49 to 51 and a half, and up to 52. So 49 to 51 and a half. So it's gone 1.5, 2 points higher. So that's 52. If it improves again, it could get to 54 quite easy. Now, if it gets to 54, it could be winning this race. Okay, ranges. Let's just go back here and have a quick look at ranges. Oh, there you go, 652nd favourite. Okay, so the market's found it. So again, if it improves, it might not even have to improve, because these other ones have got to get up to 53, 54. I reckon that's about where you're going to have to be to win this race. Okay, so 52, you've got ranges, great chance, because it's improving. Foxtrot, what's this one here done? 50, 50, 50. Okay, I would overlook that. I mean, it could improve. There's no guarantees with anything, but you'd like to see a horse in the 52s, 53s, so it doesn't have to improve that much. What have we got here? 49. It's run 52. Okay, well, it looks like I might have had a spell there and it's come back again. It's up to 48. That could run 50, 52. It's been running 52s back here. At whiz ends, just check what number is that. Number 15. What price is that one? 51 chance. There you go, it had a spell there. So you can click on here and just have a little look. Okay, so up here, you've got no class restriction, 1200 metres. Oh, by the way, I like to put the TAB form up. It's just simple. I mean, you can put it in order. At the moment, it won't go in order, but from tomorrow, you'll be able to click on it and get the horses in order. But it's just easy to have a look here. You've got their ratings, not their ratings, but what races they were in. Okay, now we're in a no class restriction. It says they're equal class, so it's not far off the listed. I think it's a bit higher than listed, but not far off that. I think it's higher than an open race, so it's up in class, I think. We've got 56, yes, so it's down to 54 kilos. It's used to carrying 55, 56, so it is up in class. That's why it's down a little bit in weight. And, you know, you do like to see this 0.2, 0.2, 0.4, so it hasn't been far away. Again, 85, so it's got to do better than those races. Open races are pretty good. But in Doom and Ballistic Boy, okay, it's got to improve, that one. But just to give you an idea, and that was a 51 shot. So we'll go back here, get rid of that. This one here, okay, that hasn't got to 50, so we skip over that one. What about Holyfield? That's 52, 52. Okay, so he's had 3 runs at 52. So that could get back to 52, and that makes it in the race. We can go back and have a look at that one in a sec. Grey Worm up to 49. See, but you have a look back here. It's run 58 and it's run 55. So, I mean, look, that could be a while ago. You'd have to go through and have a look at the form, because that's 10 runs ago, 9 runs ago. But 58's the highest so far that I've seen. But it is a fair bit off that. But although it is improving the last 3 runs, so just have a little look at what number is that? 12. Grey Worm. Hang on. I hope I'm not going too quick here. There's a lot of horses to get through, and I just want to give you the idea that what you're doing here is you're trying to place a bit of an order. So at the end of it, like I'm actually writing it down. I wrote it down before because I went through it. I've been trying to save a bit of time, because it does take time to do this if you want to sit down and put your time into it, check every horse. And I'll go through the list that I've got at the end. But Grey Worm here, listed, open. Yeah, but look at the margins. He's been a fair way off him. So you have to go, yeah, no. I don't think the ratings are there. Like there's big gaps here. I mean, it was only 3 lengths off him in a Group 3, which is a harder race than today's. 10th from 14th, but only 3 lengths off him. So that's a bit encouraging. And I suppose if he does find the form, he could be back up there, because the ratings say he can reach that level. Right, he's 50, so he's only got to get 2 or 3 points higher, and he's in the race too. And yeah, he got 100 to 1. I mean, I wouldn't put my last dollar on it, but something to keep an eye on. There might be some money for it tomorrow. Well, hang on, let's just keep going through here. So we've got the Grey Worm, Gem Song. I like Gem Song's a good horse. 51, 51. So it's there. Hard Empire. 53, 53, 50. Okay, so this horse can run at 53, and it did it 3 times in a row. So no surprise to see it get to 53. Number 4. Let's have a quick look. Okay, it's first up. Let's have a little look here. 165 days first up. So it ran in Group 3 first up last time, which is a harder race than this, and was only 2.7 lengths off him. Okay, listed. This one interests me. Look at this. First up. 4 wins from 8 starts. So if it comes back in this sort of form here, it's going to make it hard to beat. And I like horses first up. I mean, we really don't know how well they're going, although, where was it? There you go, it's 2 trials. Okay, if you can find somewhere to view those trials, it'll be handed a view. At least you know it's in, you'd assume it's in form, you'd assume it's been set for the race. Barrier 12, it's not a leader, which is good, so you know, might be able to find a position, even 3 deep with cover. I mean, you've got enough horses in the race. We'll have a look at speed map too, and it's other stuff you can do, but first you're trying to put them in order. So I would have, where are we? Yeah, I would have Hard Empire, a very good chance if it comes back in form. A few more to go through, and then I'll just slow down a little bit and give you an idea. 50-50, I'll give that one a miss. 46 has got to improve to get to 50 odd. 50, yeah. Okay, we're looking for horses to get to 52, 53, 54. 55, 52, 50. It's been going down, down, and down. This is Southern Lad. It's a good horse. Okay, but you're going 7 runs ago. So just have a quick look at Southern Lad. Where's Southern Lad? There it is. There, $21. So you look at the form, you say, "Why, $21? It should be longer. It's got no chance." But you do know that if it does happen to find some good form, yes, listed race 3rd, the special reward 2.5. Look, I couldn't back it, but you know, you've got some wins back here. It'd have to find form, but if it finds form, it's there. Because you know, this rating here will get it in there. 55, probably go close to winning, but you know, whether it can get back there after going, the form looks like it's tapering down. So keep it in mind, but I wouldn't go too hard there. This one here, 52, okay. 51, 52, and it's gone down. It's Fender. Let's have a quick look at Fender. Here it is here. It's got barrier 18. Likes to run on pace by the look of it. Second. Barrier 18, so it's going to find it hard to run its normal pattern. Ran 6th in a group 3, 7th in a group 3, which are harder races than this. You've got a couple of open races there. See, they're good. 1.2, 1.2 off the lead, off the winner. So you know, it's not bad form. Barrier 18 is probably going to need a bit to go in its favour. $21. So, I mean, it's there on ratings, but I couldn't back it. It's not going to get there on ratings. I'm not going too quick. I mean, this gives you an idea. I don't want this video to go too long. But what you do is you go through each runner, 42, and you've got to get to 52, so you can give that one a miss. So you can see, once you go through it, you're going to end up with maybe 4, 5 or 6 horses that, realistically, if they run well, again, they're going to need luck too. You've seen it all the time where if horses don't have luck, they just can't win too. But if you can get a horse that can potentially run to a rating high enough to win the race, well, then you're in with a chance. Now, the good thing about all this is we could have 10 people looking at exactly what I'm looking at here and probably come up with maybe 3 different horses to win the race. Right, so this is, I like to call this fact, right? The fact is, these are the numbers, okay? So that's fact. You can't get away from fact, okay? So the fact is, I've written it down here. You got King of Spartus can run 55, 56. Okay, then you got Southern Lad 55. He can run 55, but he's out of form. Okay, so I've got Southern Lad there. I might just put a little line through that one. Right, then we got Surreal. What is it? Surreal Step. Yeah, Surreal Step 53.5. So if it runs up to, let me just click on that. When was that? 2 runs ago. So if it runs up to 2 runs ago, it could win the race. Hard Empire can run 53 regularly, right? So it's not just a one-off run where it's run 53. Now they've got it a fair way down in the ratings here, but don't just rely on the order they put them in. Okay, this is where you've got to put your own input in. Okay, this is where it gets interesting. I mean, you can spend half an hour doing what we've done now, taking your time and doing it, and put maybe 5 or 6 horses in order. But then the big question you've got to ask yourself is, just take Hard Empire here. Are the conditions going to suit, is the setup of the race, the conditions going to suit Hard Empire to get to this 53? So just work on Hard Empire for a minute. So he can do 53 if he runs well. So if you go back to the races here, there's Hard Empire, barrier 12, that's not too bad. He can race midfield most of the time, so that's good. Midfield with cover would be fantastic. You'd assume he's had 165 days off. He's had 2 trials, but this probably would have to have been a plan. So you'd assume that he's going to run up to his best. So if he's going to run up to his best, he's going to get to 53 or even more, which puts him, for me, up at the top, because he's been set for the race. Well, I assume he's been set for the race. I don't know, but that's what you think. And again, if you want to go to the top, King of Spartus, he's run 50 runs. So he's going to, if he improves a little bit, he can get back to where he was here, 55. He might do 52, 53. This is where it just gets really complicated. What you can do is you can go back, start at the top, click on the horse, go through a few replays. King of Sparta here. Okay, he ran 6th. First up, 2.1 lengths. If I remember that race, I haven't watched the replay, haven't had time, but if I remember the race, I think they finished in a bunch. I'm pretty sure they finished in a bunch this race. So I don't like races trying to do form when they all finish in a bunch. But you go through his other races here. A Group 3 race, which is a harder race, 6.5 lengths off the winner. For me, just looking at that, he looks like a false favourite to me. I mean, I can understand why he's favourite, but he's won 1 race out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he's won 2 out of 10, which is okay. Does that make him a $5 favourite? The interesting one is Rangers as well, because he just keeps improving. From BM 78s to 88s. So he went to a harder one here, 88. Okay, he was only a length off, and we dropped back to 78, and he won at $11. Wow, that would have been good to get on. But anyway, then he's gone back up to an 88, and he's ran to Rule of Law, 2.4 lengths third. Then he's come back. He's gone into a harder race, which is a listed, only 0.3 lengths behind. He won a listed race with 0.5. Group 3, which is a harder race than this one, he was third, only 1 length. Keeps improving. Is he going to improve enough to win this race? Rangers. Let me just have a quick look at Rangers again. I think we'll see that. There he is there, number 7. See, just up, improve. He could get to 52. He's 52 now, so he could get to 53, 54 if he improves. or how long do they keep going before they start to taper off? All these things go through your head. But he's had 3 runs back, so 4th run, so I don't see that as a problem. Rangers looks a good bet. He's 650. Cyril Step. Just have a quick look at Cyril Step. Open, listed. He won a open race. So he was 11-1, so he wasn't really fancied in that race, but he won it. And then 2.4 lengths off. So I don't see it with Cyril Step. I know the ratings are there, because that one there gave him 53, so if he runs up to that again, potentially he can win the race. But that was a heavy track. I had a look and it says it's a slow 7. I don't think there's much rain. I checked the weather too, so I don't think there's much rain going there. So I'm not saying you're going to get to a good track, but I don't think it's going to be too wet. I don't see Cyril Step. I know it's right up there at the rating. So this is where you got to use your own opinion. So we're going to end up with different horses. As I said, if someone else looks at this and they'll go, I can see Cyril Step winning. And that's why you get different prices. That's why you get all the tippers on Saturday. They can have 4 different tippers, 4 different picks for a race. So, it's racing. You're not going to be right all the time, but it's really good to put your head down and you try to work it out. If you could have a look at Hard Empire's 2 trials, just to see whether look, I don't go too much on trials, but it's good to see that they're doing well in trials. You don't want to see them run last in a trial unless they're one of Waller's, and they always seem to run last in a trial. But that's Waller. Hang on, are there any Waller runners here? I didn't even look at that. Just going through there. What's going on? No Waller runners. Ooh. Okay. Sorry, I digress there. Look, just looking at that without going through replays or anything, I really think Hard Empire at $12. Let me just see the flux. Has there been any money for him? 13 into 12. Okay, you've got Hard Empire, $12. I reckon Rangers, if it keeps improving, no reason why it wouldn't. I'd probably see Rangers starting favourite. King of Sparta, it's got some good form, but I'm not too keen on that one. Rangers has gone out 50 cents. Is anything? See if there's any money for anything here. 18 to 10 for Holyfield. Did we look at Holyfield? Oh yeah, we did. It's run 52. So Holyfield's there on ratings. Probably $18 was too much, because it would be in the top 4 or 5. So it shouldn't be $18. It should be $10. So just be a bit wary too, because if you've got a horse that's got ratings that could win the race or go close to winning the race, they shouldn't be $18. And that's where you get the overlays. So if you can get into a race early and have a look for it and do your form, this is for Wednesday. It's only Monday night. Some people have had a look at it and said, well, hang on, Holyfield's got a chance. It shouldn't be $18. $10 is reasonable. It shouldn't be favourite, obviously, but it's got a chance. So Desert Lord, $6.50. Why is Desert Lord $6.50? Let's have a look at Desert Lord. There it is there. Why is it $6.50? See, for me, 50. It's the best run out of 10 is 51.5. Okay, so it's going to have to improve 2 or 3 points to win the race. It's not like it's gone to 53 and it's come back a little bit. It's the highest it's got to is 51.5. So where's it been running? 1.5 in a listed Group 3. See, Group 3, a harder race. It was 5 lengths off the winner. Then it ran second to Holyfield. There you go. There's Holyfield form in there at 1.5 off it. See why? Okay, if you look back here, one at the Gold Coast, a listed race. Second, let's see, that's pretty good form there. These couple here, Apache Chase. Yeah, but still, I mean, it had Craig Williams on it back then, so they must have thought it was going pretty well to have Craig Williams on him. But he didn't get it done then. 5 lengths off. You'll maybe have a look at the race. Maybe he had no luck, I'm not sure. But obviously, he's there. 650 looks too short for me. Hard Empire is the one prime candidate, $6. See, that's short too, $6. Let's have a look at Prime Candidate. I'm talking to myself here, but this is what I'd be doing, going through my head. I'd be saying all these things to myself. Sometimes I say it out loud as well, but a couple of problems, but it doesn't matter. Okay. 53 and a half, 52, 52. Okay. So that's right there, Prime Candidate. Where's it been running? Okay, so it was Eagle Farm, Randwick, Eagle Farm, so it's been everywhere. See, there you go. It's that race where they all finished in a group. It was a harder race. He finished 0.8 lengths. And I think King of Sparta, where's King of Sparta, was in the same race. Yeah, there you go. He was 2 lengths off and finished 6th. Okay. But yeah, second to Dragonstone and listed. So it was, last start was a hard race. Listed. It's going to be there. It is a horse that normally leads. It's got barrier 13. 650 looks too short for me too. Southern Land, yep. Rangers, King of Sparta, Surreal Step, Fender's got a chance. So this is what you like to see. When you look at it at form, you like to see 1 length from the winner, 1 length from the winner. So they're not too far off. They might not be winning, but they're not too far off. Again, it's going up in class. 54. That's keeping the same sort of weight. It's in there with a chance. Barrier 18 is going to make it harder because it looks to me, there you go, second. So it looks like it likes to be up front from barrier 18. What does it do? Does it go forward? It might have to. So that's the negative with it. That's probably why it's $21. I reckon if Fender drew a barrier with this sort of form here, it'd be $10 chance. So that's good for you in your head to go through and pick out, try to work out the market, what you think it would be. And that's about the race. So for me, if I had to put a bet on, I would be going Hard Empire and Rangers. Hard Empire and Rangers. Yep, that's what I'd do. So what I'll do, what I suggest you do is, go through each horse, pick whatever race you want, but go through each horse, click the box, gives you the last 10 race rated runs. But this is 50%. Okay, this is, as I said to you, this is the fact, right? So the facts are there on the screen. From that, you've got to really start to use your brain and your own thoughts to go, all right, go back to the one we like here. So where is it? Hard Empire. So you got Hard Empire, you want it to get to 53, it's not far off it. Then you go to the form, and does the race look like it's set up for it? Let me get this off here, get the flux off. So it's barrier 12, that's fine. Coming back from a spell, so you'd assume that the trainer would be targeting this race. It's had 2 barrier trials, 1 and 1. Yeah, it's got good form, a couple of lengths off some, listed races. Group 3 race first up, which is a harder race than this one here. It was $31, but it was only 2 lengths off them. And if it runs to these races here, the Group 3, where it was second to Jonker, then it was 4th to Jonker at 1.7. Okay, they're harder races. That's where you get the 53 in ratings. So if it comes back into this sort of form here, I reckon that might be the way to go. Although Rangers is the one that might just keep improving. Normally races up near the speed barrier 14. You might go forward. Oh, you can check a speed map here. I've got a speed map up here. Okay, just have a quick look at the speed map. So you've got 1, 2, 3 horses to go forward. There's Prime Candidate. Rangers. Unless it goes really forward, there's a lot of horses here that sort of race in this field here, so it might be 3 deep, might get some cover hopefully. Hard Empire's there, so it's going to be midfield somewhere, and there should be enough speed on for the back markers to get home. Surreal Steps, looks like it's not too quick at the beginning, so where's it going to be? On the fence? Back in the field on the fence is going to make it hard. I don't see Surreal Step, but anyway. Okay, that's my sort of take on the race. Keep an eye, go into it and have a look at these. and try to get your head around the ratings. They're just so easy. In 5 minutes, you can sit down and do a race and say, right, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 horses that I think are good enough to actually run a rating good enough to win the race. And then from that position, then you've got to go back to the actual race, start looking at replays, have a look at the setup. What you can do too, the best one here was ranges to have a look at, because it's improving. Okay, you've got to ask yourself, well, why is it improving? Okay, what's going on? Is it because it's going up in distance? Is it just because it's getting better? Is it because it's wet ground, dry ground? So you just, you go back, you go to ranges here and you have a look. Look here, good, soft, good, soft, good. So it's good on all the tracks. Okay, I don't think the track condition worries it much. It kept getting better. It had a spell. It's come back and it's just kept improving. So there's only one way up for that, which is going very close tomorrow. So yep, I think that might be it. Leave some questions if you want to leave questions. It's very hard for me to answer anything that you leave because, I'm at work all day, and get home and I don't have that much time. But I will try to answer some questions. But any feedback's appreciated, and just I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to think of something else to put on too. So we might do another race tomorrow night, another race at Grafton, or I might go through the field, through the whole card, maybe later tonight. It's only 8:30. Might go through later tonight and see if we can get 2 more, so we can come up with a Trixie for Wednesday. And if I do find anything, we'll have a really quick 5-minute just on the race. So I'll have it all sorted out. I'll have it written down, and I can just go through and show you quickly. Bang, bang, bang. This is why I think this one's going to go. But you go through the Ramornie Handicap here. Go through it and see what you think. I mean, I've seen on Twitter some people like Surreal Step. Hey, we've all got opinions, and one of us is going to be right, one of us is going to be wrong. And I mean, you could put 2 hours into a race watching all the replays, go through Holyfield's run, go through Desert Lord, Hard Empire, go through all the runs, and then at the end of the day, the horse just doesn't turn up, or whatever happens. I mean, that's racing. But just the thought of you being able to go through it, find something that you think might win, put your bet on, and hey, if it works, it makes you feel really good. So this click in the box here with the actual last 10 rated runs it's changed my life. I know you can say that sounds stupid, but what about a month before I got that big win, which if you can see here, this place is all mine now, and it was all because I got a Yankee up, right? So I own this, paid for, everything done. So when I say this RSN rating, this not RSN, the Racing and Sports rating here, and clicking this box did change my life. So I'm all for it. I'm all in. This is what I do. Love it. Happy to take advice. I could be doing this completely wrong. I've got no idea. But for me, just find the horse that can run to the rating to win the race, and you're halfway there. Then if you can put the pieces together, good luck to you. So let me know what you think. I'm really enjoying doing this, and see if I go through the card again and come up with another couple, and we'll go from there. But thank you very much, and let me know what you think. Thanks, guys.